Before we move on, anything not clear or not convincing?
Sorry to keep asking questions, but I wasn't understanding the difference between naturalism and positivism, because I understand the drive to try and adopt approaches. Why should we use the same as the natural scientists? But if the natural scientists are using the positivist approach, then I didn't quite understand the difference.
Naturalism is the method of natural science that looks for proof, and positivism poses theories and tries to prove them either by inductive or deductive methods. And Roy argues that also going on is introduction. At some point between the theory and the observation, there has to be that leap of the imagination, like the idea of gravity or evolution or energy is mc squared, or something like this that is thought rather than tangible empirical evidence. And the positivism is actually a lot more like social science, in that it includes this thinking, interpreting, classifying, explaining, that social science also does. Nothing is self-evidently obvious in positivism. It takes the scientist to have to work it out, often over centuries of great difficulty and great debate. Yeah.
The scientists don't really claim that those ideas are true in the way of the sort of objective truth either, do they? That's nothing new, is it, to say that these are ideas and leaps of imagination, whether they don't really claim that kind of truth for those theories. They're often reinterpreted, they're subject to new evidence, they don't hold them as sort of articles of faith.
They're falsified
objects of truth.
And they only stand until they're disproved, and all of that's going on. And but behind this, the theories of Popper and so on, are the idea that somewhere there's a truth, even if we are fallible in our approaches to it, and we have to keep revising where we're going. And the idea even of fallibility assumes the idea of infallibility. There's something infallible. You can't have fallibility without some notion of infallibility. And it's something eternal and truthful, even if we are quite far from it at the moment. And that science is the rigorous pursuit and effort towards that final goal, which we'll probably never reach, would you say? A lot of positivists believe. Power. Now we use the same word for two completely different meanings. So in critical realism, they're separated into power one as creative, emancipatory, transforming power, which is about voluntariness and respect and justice, solidarity, freedom. And power two is destructive, coercive, oppressive. It's about master-slave relations, to go back to Marx and Hegel. And also it typifies a lot of adult-child relationships. And a lot of research, policy and practice is about working away from power two towards power one. So it can be helpful to have two different terms for these two different sides of one word. Now, should we be doing value-free research? Can we? Social research finds out what really matters to us morally, emotionally, intellectually. So it's not really a question of planting morals into something that's a moral-free zone. It's more a matter of recognising the inherent morality in all social relationships. And there are quite a lot of writers working on this, including Andrew Sayer. Has anyone read his work? Yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
What did you make of it?
I really like the stuff about motivates people to act. So the reasons that we do the things we do. That's what I'm finding really useful.
I think it's called What Really Matters to Us in
Yeah.
this book. Yeah. And he says, you know, things really, really matter to us. We can't look at children playing in the playground and pretend that there's no morality, desire, powerful emotions and aims going on in that group. Can you think of any aspect of childhood that's separate from morality?